Stirring down low. Addie Johnston. Big cheap shot. Arrow bullseye. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Arrow TV, the best high school production produced entirely by Watertown High School students and community members. I am Cam Corey, and I'm joined tonight in the booth by Lynn Langrock as we bat leadoff at this matinee, rare matinee, 1 p.m. game against the Rapid City Central Cobblers. So good afternoon, Lynn.
Good afternoon on this nice, cool, crisp Saturday afternoon.
It is a cool, crisp Saturday afternoon. You know, I'm told that, I was talking to a friend of mine from Rapid City, and he says that out in Rapid City today, it's around 40 degrees, and they're here at a, hot -3? Is that what it is, Lynn?
At best. But, we're getting warmer.
So
everything's looking good.
So our friends out there in Rapid City that are tuning in for this broadcast, might be 40 degrees out there, but the sun is shining in Watertown, and here we go. It is -2, and it feels like -18 out there in Watertown. So
welcome our West River friends to the broadcast.
Excellent, absolutely. Well, Rapid City does come in tonight. They are 2-6 on the year. They're in the 14th spot of the South Dakota PowerPoint system in the AA, and they are just above Watertown. Watertown comes in at 2-8 in that 15 spot in the PowerPoints in the AA ranks. Last night, Rapid City Central defeated Brookings. Down there in Brookings, Watertown was defeated by Rapid City Stevens. Looking at the PowerPoints, one at 14, one at 15, it's a must-win game for both these teams, wouldn't you say?
It's getting to that part of the season where absolutely got to start winning some games, or that 17 spot isn't that far away. We'll be looking on the outside looking in. So, yeah, absolutely, got to win the games that are winnable to start.
And how does how do we do that? We've watched some of the Arrows games. The Arrows have had, I think their turnover prone has kind of been an issue. Some nights rebounding a little bit is an issue. What do you do to change some of that, Lynn?
Boy, taking care of the ball, the silly mistakes, the weak passes, the fundamentals that we're taught at a young age that we get lazy sometimes. We get tired a little bit, and you just don't follow through with the basics of basketball. If you take care of that, you take care of the ball, those turnovers don't happen. When you have a stretch of 5, 6, 7 possessions in a row where you don't even get a shot, at the end of the game, obviously haunts you terrible. And then on the glass, offensive rebounds. If the other team gets those offensive rebounds, that doesn't necessarily hurt you, but when they score off of them, that's where you get hurt. So again, protect the glass, protect the turnovers, the rest in transition. Those 3 things have been key.
And last night, the Stevens jumped out to a quick 9-0 lead.
They did.
Arrows had trouble, putting points on the board. And then in the second period, the Arrows only scored 2 points.
And in that first period, the Arrows were down 9-0, like you said. Then they battled back to a 12-12 tie. So, yeah, Rapid City on a 9-0 run, Watertown on a 7-0 run at one point. And then the second quarter in the games that I have been at have seemed to be our nemesis this year. So let's protect that second quarter tonight, see what happens.
So it's kind of a homecoming of sorts tonight. We welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena Taya Heiller. Taya Heiller, arguably one of maybe top 3 basketball players, maybe athletes to even come out of Watertown.
I would go definite top 3, absolutely.
So do you have a favorite memory of Taya playing?
Oh, well, boy, there's a lot. You know, and this isn't necessarily in the Watertown game, but when they played for the NIT championship down in Vermilion, and Taya struggled terribly, and but she was out there fighting every play of the game, like she always does. And it was at the end of the game, she nailed I think it was a 3, which really gave him the championship. And it was that kind of tenacity, and just that's Taya.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite memories of her actually happened when she was playing down there at USD as well, and she made ESPN Sports Center top 10 with the 3-quarter shot.
Yes, she
and
did.
to win that game, and that was pretty awesome. Seeing the Watertown girl, South Dakota girl, and you know, Division I player there on ESPN's top 10. So that was pretty cool.
And not only that, but just a pleasant young person, great attitude, great personality, all around good person.
You know, we say here in the Watertown High School that once an arrow and always an arrow, and we like to, obviously, we're telling the story of our current players, current athletes, but we would be remiss not to, you know, talk about Taya throughout the night, and we'll share some more things with her or about her as we go through tonight's game as well. Starting 5 for the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Lynn, you want to give them to us?
Well, for the Rapid City, we have number 1, Lolo Carlo, 5'8" senior guard. Number 2 is Mariel Koloff, a 5'7" senior guard. Number 11 is Alea Jones, a 5'8" senior guard. Number 13, I don't know if I'm going to say this one right, but let's go with Miss Fallis. She is a 5'8" senior guard forward. And then we have number 15, Leah Landry, a 5'10" freshman guard forward.
Yeah, and I think if statistic-wise, and I've only been able to watch really one game of Rapid City this year, but statistically-wise, Alea Jones is you know, one of the leaders, 11.3 points per game, and then Leah Landry averaging 10.2 points per game. So like to see, you know, those two girls play. One of the as we would expect a Taya Heiller type of game, I expect them to be heavy guard play, you know, strong guard play on the transition, scrappy on defense. And I would expect her maybe to you know, play some zone defense and make the other team's guards beat you. That's what I would expect out of a Taya Heiller team.
Correct. And, you know, we match up pretty well with the Cobblers tonight, and it's going to be interesting. Yeah, who can get out and run, who can make those perimeter shots, and then the battle down low, you know, pretty even. So who's gonna win those couple battles?
Watertown is going to counter with their starting lineup of Addie Johnston, a 5'6" senior guard. Emery Thury wears number 5. She's a 5'10" junior forward. Number 14, Miranda Falconer, a 5'7" senior guard. Jade Lund she wears number 24. She's a 5'8" senior forward. And Avery Munger wears number 34. She's a 5'10" senior forward. I would say arguably Avery Munger had her best game of the season yesterday. She played very, very well down low, had position. She was more physical than maybe I've seen her all year. And in position, she got some good offensive rebounds for the putback. And we want to see, obviously, some of that to continue with Avery Munger down low.
You know, totally agree, Cam. And I think Avery, maybe that's a coming out time of game for her where she can build on that and expand on that. And it was nice to see that out of her last night.
You know, another player I thought that came off there, well, two players that came off the bench yesterday was the freshman and Jordan Remmers.
Correct.
She had a nice three-point shot when she was in, and nice job bringing the ball up. So, you know, she's kind of took another step last night, and as did Madison Grimsrud, you know, the 6'1" junior. When she was in, she had some nice, you know, mid-range shots that went in and gave them a scoop too. So hopefully we'll see, you know, those steps continue.
Correct. And what a great day to expand on last night. Today, let's walk out of here with a win.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Mr. Mark Bellum, the public address announcer here in the Watertown Civic Arena.
this time we ask you to remain standing for the national anthem. Please show proper respect to the flag by removing your hat, stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty personnel not in uniform may salute the flag. First, let's meet our Arrow cheerleaders. Natalie Benson. Annabelle Brendan. Kendra Buckles. Brooklyn Dahl. Shane Hoffman. Lauren Keller. Mackenzie Lewis. Kaylin Nordquist. Cameron Nordquist. Alexis Olson. And Adrian Schultz. Arrow cheerleading advisor is Mallory Hoffman. And now your starting lineups. First for the visiting Rapid City Central Cobblers. Number 1, a 5'8" senior guard, Lolo Carlo. Number 2 is a 5'7" senior guard, Mariel Kolhoff. Number 11, a 5'8" senior guard, Aaliyah Jones. Number 13, a 5'8" senior forward, Malik Fallis. And number 15, a 5'10" freshman forward, Leah Landry. Assistant coaches, Melissa Hadorn, Mackenzie Loring, Brian Madden, and head coach of the Cobblers, Tyre Heiller. And now, your Watertown Arrows. Number 4, a 5'6" senior guard, Eddie Johnston. Number 5 is a 5'10" junior forward, Emery 30. Number 14, a 5'7" senior guard, Miranda Falconer. Number 24 is a 5'8" senior guard, Jay Lund. And number 34, a 5'10" senior forward, Avery Munker. Assistant coaches, Mackenzie Bulow, Stacy Hendricks, and Ellie Stevenson. Head coach of the Arrows, Chad Rohde.
And here we go. The Arrows come in at 2-7. Rapid City Central come in at 2-6. This is a must-win game for both of these clubs who want to stay in the postseason conversation.
Definitely, and at least You know, I don't know if we're at must win, but we're certainly near almost win without a doubt, at a minimum. So.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Almost
must win.
All right, number 15, Leah Landry. She is a freshman. She's going to be jumping for the Cobblers against Emery Thury, and the freshman does win the tip. Possession goes by way of the Cobblers. They're going to look down low to Landry. Landry does get it out to Carlo. Carlo guarded by Falconer. She takes a left hand, goes into the lane. Ricochets around. Landry comes down with it. She's going to drive on Munger. Munger, good defense. It is going to go off of Jade Lund. So the Cobblers will maintain possession underneath their basket. It's going to be inbounded by Lolo Carlo.
Looks like we're starting out in some man-to-man defense. Kind of thought we were talking, we maybe see a zone.
Yeah, I think I kind of expect Rapid City to come out in a zone against us. You know, Watertown, they rotate, you know, man-to-man zone, depending upon miss baskets. First bucket's in, and so the Cobblers take an early 2-0 lead, and they're going to come out in this full-court press. And they're going to get a turnover right off the bat. Carlo is going to look to drive the lane. She drives in. She faces off against Thury and misses the bucket, but does get fouled.
And we have seen a lot this year. I mean, I don't know if there's a team that hasn't full court pressed the Arrows this year. That seems to be the norm. The guards have certainly got their workout on that end.
Yeah, that's been an area where we've turned over the ball.
Yes, it is.
Too much.
Too much. It's definitely caused some troubles, and first turnover tonight is off of that press. You know, it almost looked like the Arrows weren't ready for that press when they took the ball out, and at this point I would hope we're a little more prepared.
Emery Thury was called for the foul. Lolo Carlo gets that one to go. 4-0. Press comes out. 5 seconds remaining. They've got to get it across. There is 2 seconds. 1 second. Steal by Rapid City. And they're going to call a 10-second violation, saying that they did not have possession. So the ref said that Rapid City did not get possession there, which is the reason for that violation, which is another turnover.
Another turnover.
Carlo drives. There's a steal by Lund. Lund coming down the court. She gets it across that 10-second line and smartly gets it to Addie Johnson after she crosses. Lund's going to take the shot. She's got it just off the rim. Nice shot by Lund.
Good
just
luck.
Did not fall. Jade Lund does average 7.5 points per game. She's a streaky player. She can get hot, and when she gets hot, expect the ball to drop. Carlo does a nice job of running the offense for the Cobblers, and we're seeing this early in the get-go. Use their right, left very well. 11 tries to go in of Aaliyah Jones. Good defense by Miranda Falconer, and that's an offensive foul going to be called against Aaliyah Jones, a 5'8" senior guard. Avery Munger will try and inbound this. She does get it to Thury to Falconer. They get it now across the 10-second line, so a good job breaking the press there by the Arrows.
Very nice job on that. 3 turnovers apiece early in the game for both teams.
Lund with the second opportunity. She gets that one to go. Jade Lund.
Same spot, same shot.
So Jade Lund gets the Arrows on the board. 4-3 in the early going. 5:33 remaining in this first period. Nice drive by the freshman of Landry. Ball hits the floor, and 2 players go after it. Does come down to Emery Thury. Lund staying in that corner. See if they try and get it to her for a third opportunity. Emery Thury's got to shoot. She stays in the lane. They don't call 3 seconds. She gets it out of there.
Triple teamed in the lane.
Lund's get a third shot. She's got it! Jade Lund, 2 for 3 from that same spot.
Jade might be feeling something tonight.
A quick timeout here by Taya Heiller. 6-4. She calls a timeout. She wants to get this momentum broken and maybe cool off a little bit of Jade Lund.
And maybe get somebody guarding Jade Lund from their perspective, but not ours.
We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back.
Keeping you secure and offering a helping hand in those who need it. Heroes come from many walks. Ours are here to walk with you. Go with trust. Go with control. Go with Dakota Bank.
And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena, where we have seen the Arrow Jade Lund go 2 for 3 from the left corner. She shoots the three-point at a 26.2% clip, averages, as we mentioned, just over 7 points a game, and she's already knocking on her average. But really, really streaky. She can shoot from that outside area.
And you know, it's just funny in basketball how that goes. You get one player hits a couple early, and everybody starts to shoot the ball well. It seems to make a difference.
Malik Fallis, the 5'8" senior for Rapid City, she gets that one to go for 3. And Thury saw Munger streaking, gets it down to her, and Munger was going back up for it, just stripped out, but the possession's going to remain to the Arrows. Addie Johnson will inbound. He's looking, gets it to Thury, not right wing. Thury with the left-hand dribble into the paint, takes the shot, no good. Rebound by Fallis. Fallis is going to push it up the court, now gets Carlo. Carlo with the left-hand drive, now kicks it back out to Jones. Jones looking, gives it to Carlo. Carlo with the three-point shot, no good. Munger comes down with the rebound. That is one of the things that I've seen when I've watched that game with Rapid City Central is Central is not afraid to shoot beyond the arc.
No, absolutely, they were not.
Nice left-hand drive by Addie Johnson, just does not get the finish, but she is fouled. She will go to the free throw line. Addie Johnston. Gets the first one to go. Addie Johnston, a senior, and she averages 5.1 points per game, and she goes 2 for 2 from the line, so good start for her from that charity stripe.
Arrows putting on a little token pressure, nothing too serious. Cobblers break it easily, but nice to slow them down a little bit.
Shots up and off the back of the iron. Good rebound again by Avery Munger, so she is continuing, playing well from last night. Good to see.
She looks strong in their early going tonight.
Miranda Faulkner is going to take this out, reset the offense. Addie Johnson now going to take the three-point shot. Just a little short. Avery Munger does save it, but it goes saved to Aaliyah Jones of the Cobblers. She's going to bring it back up the court, picked up by Thury. Thury stops the drive. And now Thury gets the steal. Jade Lund streaking, and Jade just can't handle that one. So that is a turnover.
Had the right look, had the right idea.
Madison Grimsrud coming into the ball game early for Avery Munger. Again, she maybe had her coming out party last night, played really well, and we'll see if that continues here in this first period. Arrows up 8-7.
Arrows have done a nice job so far in the first quarter of not letting the Cobblers in transition get those fast break layups and points.
Addie Johnston getting it off the rebound, going to set up the offense. Over to Faulkner. Faulkner goes to Thury. Thury pushes it out. Now they're moving the ball, swinging it to Faulkner. Faulkner looks to Thury. Thury on the drive, kicks it out to Faulkner. Faulkner with the shot. No good, but nice rebound in low by Jade Lund. Jade Lund gets that one to go with the offensive board.
Nice little left-hand putback for the right-hander as well. The only shot she had was from her left hand. She made use of it.
Steal by Thury. Thury averages 3 steals a game. She's got 2 here in the early going. She goes in for the drive, and they're going to call a foul, and she gets the bucket. So Emery Thury is going to go to the charity stripe for traditional 3-point play.
And neither girl really committed to stopping her at any point until the very end, just trying to take the charge. So absolutely split the defense and go in and see what happens.
And we're seeing Jordan Remmers come in for the Arrows again early tonight, as well as Neely Johnson. Again, we talked about in the pregame, Jordan Remmers had a good spark for the Arrows last night. And we're seeing, maybe Coach Rohde using some of that momentum from last night and trying to get this to carry over into tonight's game.
He is, and going to the bench a little earlier than early in the season. There's some more girls getting involved earlier in the game. It's certainly going to help our wind as the game goes on, and allow us to play some more of that man-to-man.
Remmers on the left wing gets it to Thury. Thury with the drive into the paint, takes the 15-footer, no good. She gets her own rebound. She's going to go up strong, and she's going to get fouled. So she's going to go back to the charity stripe. Coach Heiller didn't like that, asked the ref about it. Quick conversation. She nodded her head up and down in agreement after the explanation. Emery Thury will go to the charity stripe. That foul called on number 5 is Elise Napola, 5'10" junior guard. Emery Thury, a 52% free throw shooter, misses the first one, second one's up, and no good. So misses both of those and those opportunities. Carlo to Paulhoff. Now over to the right wing, where Tracelyn Strand in the game. Shots up, and it is good. A three-pointer by Lolo Carlo.
They are not afraid to shoot that 3 ball, and when they're wide open, there's some nice looks for them.
Thury with a nice drive. Grimsrud tries to seal. Thury misses the short range shot. Cobblers come down with the rebound. Paulhoff's going to lead the offense right now. She's going to get this set up, look for a screen. She gets it. She drives in, kicks out. The freshman, nice stop by Grimsrud. She gets it out. Neely Johnson now going to get the steal. Neely's going to get it across the 10-second line. She gets it over to Thury. Thury looks low. Remmers kicks it over to Faulkner. Faulkner, open shot. She's got it. Miranda Faulkner, bullseye for Miranda Faulkner, the seniors on the board. So the Arrows doing a nice job in their shooting right now. Do you have their percentages?
Arrows are 3 for 6 on threes for 50%. Rapid City 2 for 5 for 40. So, fairly comparable, but in overall, 38% for the Arrows. Well, actually 43% for Rapid City. So both teams are shooting the ball fairly well.
Shots up and does go out of bounds on the long rebound. The Arrows will take possession. Rapid City comes right back out with the full court press. Emery Thury going to take a rare break. Avery Munger comes back in. So we've got 2 trees in there right now for the Arrows, and Avery Munger and Madison Grimsrud. We don't see that combination too often. So we'll see what the Arrows do and if they can take advantage. They get it to Remmers. Remmers left-hand dribble. She picks it up and looks to get rid of it. And just not a well-advised pass. Steal by the Cobblers. And in transition to Valik Ballas. Gets on the board. So the Arrows got it across. They need to just take care of it. Neely Johnson just about gets the shot, the buzzer beater there. Go ahead.
Good first quarter for the Arrows. What we've been harping on is turnovers, right? Arrows won the turnover battle 4-7.
Hey, that's good.
And when it talks about rebounds, the Cobblers are winning that one, but they haven't not hurt us on the second chance points. There's our difference.
First period, Arrows up 16-12. Let's take a break. We'll be back. And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena, where it's nice and warm inside. The Arrows are on top here, 16-12, which is a good output for them in a first period. Steal by Rapid City.
Cam, one thing we talked about is winning the second quarter. We've done well in the first, third, and fourth. The second quarter has been bad for the Arrows. We're not starting out great, but this is something that they need to focus on.
So, small goal, let's win the second quarter, and we should be okay.
We should be okay.
Curry looks low to Munger, and Munger's going to step out. So 2 turnovers here to start off the second quarter. Again, not what we're looking for if you're an Arrow fan. Cobblers, of course, they caused that through good defense. Arrows look like they're going to come out in a full court press. Landry, the freshman, drives in, and they're going to call a foul on Jade Lund. I thought maybe Jade was set there. It'd be nice if we could see the replay. Here we've got Jonathan McCorkle with the replay.
Absolutely
she
right
is
call.
set.
I thought he was going to call a block initially, and then he called the charge, so Good call.
Good replay by, oh no, that's Mason Mogg down there with the replay. So well done by Mason Mogg on that replay, catching that. And we've got some good ones behind the scenes, Lynn.
Yes, we do. It makes this job much easier.
Yeah, I was talking to Brandon Johnson last night, who was in the booth with me. I said, we've got the easy job. We just get to enjoy basketball and talk about it.
A nice high perch up top of the Civic Arena.
Carlo setting up her offense. She's guarded by Miranda Faulkner. Gets it to the elbow where Landry's at. Landry tries to go low, loses the handle on it, but luckily Kohlhoff comes up with the loose ball. Avery Munger fighting nice inside, and she gets that tip out for the rebound to Johnston. Johnston feeds the ball up to Faulkner. Faulkner goes in, and she is rejected, but it does go off of Rapid City. The Arrows will maintain possession underneath their basket. Emery Thury to inbound. To Munger. Munger looks low. They're going to get to Jade on the shot. Jade a little short. Addie saves that, but saves it to Rapid City, and they're transitioning well with Aaliyah Jones. Aaliyah Jones was running the court, but the Arrows do get down there and defend it. The last goes off of the Arrows, so it will be inbound by Carlo.
The last shot by Jade, she's having a good night. Maybe rush that last one a little bit. And it showed in the result.
Yeah,
so
right.
She'll be fine. Just need to take that extra half second.
And they had set up that play specifically for her. Good rebound by Faulkner. She's guarded by Carlo. Carlo now backs off and lets her get across the midline. Into Thury. Thury sees Munger, and it is defended well there by the Cobblers. They get the steal. Fallis gets across the 10-second line, now over to Carlo.
Definitely the Arrows are trying to get Munger involved in that offense. They're passing to her down low.
Emery Thury gets the rebound, and she's going to transition. But did you know the other Arrows didn't run with her? They stopped behind, didn't have a good trail. So another, something of run with her.
And Emery got her own rebound where she had no business getting her own rebound in that situation.
Right.
But she did. That's just credit to her and hustle on her part.
Emery's going to take a break, and we're going to see Kinsey Russell, a 5'6" sophomore guard, in for the Arrows.
Oh. It's a foul on Addie right there, but that's not a bad foul. It's good to see that aggressive, that hustle, go after that double team. Make it tough for the Cobblers to get the ball up the court. Kind of like what has happened to the Arrows a lot this year.
Yeah. And they do get it into Landry. Landry's only a freshman. Nice drive, and they're going to call a foul probably on Who are they going to call that? Lund or Munger?
For the Cobblers, freshman Leah
Looks
Landry.
like Avery Munger is going to be called for that foul. It's going to be her first foul. That is going to send Landry to the free throw line. Landry shoots the free throw at a 50% clip, and she misses the first one of that 2 opportunities. Leah Landry averages 10.2 points per game and 6.4 rebounds per game, so nice player as a freshman.
She is, and Watertown doing a nice job of holding her off the board so far.
Misses both of those. Addie Johnson gets across the 10-second line. She's going to set up the offense. Over to Faulkner, still top of the key. Faulkner looking low. We're seeing that zone defense by Rapid City as we expected to see today. Over to Carlo. Carlo guarded by Faulkner, as those two have been matched up most of the afternoon. Jones with the shot, so she had just enough separation. Good shot by Aaliyah Jones, the 5'8" senior guard, averages 11.3 points per game. Don't want to give her the opportunities. Miranda Faulkner keeps the possession by going down and keeping her dribble. Chad Rohde calls a timeout. We're going to take it too. We got a commercial coming up.
Hi, I'm Annie Cummings, and I played for the Arrows from 2015 to 2019. My favorite memory was when Matea Walder hit a near full court shot. You're watching Arrow TV.
I'm Jordan Remmers, and I'm a freshman. I'm Grace Corey, I'm a junior. Jordan, would you rather have a unibrow or no eyebrows at all? I'd rather have no eyebrows. Would you rather live in a mountain cabin with few people around, or a mansion full of people? A cabin with no people around.
And we're back after that timeout. Lund over in the corner. That time they cover her with 2 girls, which is a good decision as she's been on fire there, 2 for 3. Munger intercepts the pass, which was intended for Landry. Going to give it off to Johnston. Johnston, top of the key, over to Munger. Munger with right-hand drive. She stopped. Back to Faulkner. Johnston's open. She drives in, gives a floater, finger roll, and gets the roll. Nice job by Addie Johnston. Steal by Lund. And Rapid City will drop back into this 1-2-2 zone. Carlo defending out top. They're putting Munger out on the perimeter. Look at her down low. Nice move by Munger. She goes up strong. No good. She gets her own rebound. She's going to go up again. Don't call the foul. 2 opportunities, no foul. They call the foul then on the Arrows once Landry gets the rebound. And that foul is going to be called on, I believe, Avery Munger. That'll be her second. They're going to sub Avery out and bring in Malia Cran. She wears number 54 for the Arrows. She is a 5'10" sophomore forward and an exceptional thrower for the Watertown Arrows track team. Faulkner had an opportunity, maybe a little bit of separation there. Chose not to shoot the 3. She's going to set up this offense. Johnston looking, gives it over to Russell. Russell tries to go low, defended but gets back. Neely Johnson over on the left perimeter. She misses that shot. Rebound comes down by way of the Cobblers. Cobblers are running the court well. Shots up and good for Malik Fallis. 5'10" senior guard forward gets that one to drop. 20-18. So as was our concern, that second quarter is still becoming a nemesis for us.
It has. It's turned into that. Kind of what we've seen the year. Oh, there's a travel. Rapid City's not immune to the turnover tonight either. Both teams are, but they're doing a little better job this quarter taking care of the ball. They're starting to run a little bit. Arrows maybe aren't quite matching as much, and they're winning the turnover battle, and their points are more on the board.
Emma Hendricks comes in for the first time tonight, number 10. She is a junior. She now has that over on the left wing, gives it to Kranz, who's also out on the perimeter. Kranz dribbles, gives it to Johnson. Johnson, not a great pass, tipped. Addie Johnson tried to go after it, but her left foot was just on the line. It was a good call by the officials. Right there to see that. Number 2, Marielle Kohlhoff comes back in for the Cobblers, and Lolo Carlo will take a short break. I would assume it's going to be a short break.
She is a certainly valuable person on their team and needs to be in there. Nice move down low. Her first points of the game.
So the Arrows have done a nice job on her.
They have.
Yeah, there she did have a nice play against Malia Kranz. And that is going to send Miranda Falconer to the foul line. Falconer has 3 points so far on the evening. Puts that one up, no good. Falconer shoots the free throw at a 78% clip. So we would hope this next one goes right through the net, and it does. It's her fourth point tonight for Miranda Falconer. Giving Kohlhoff plenty of room. The Arrows are staying close to the arc. Landry goes in and misses that shot, and she's going to get fouled on the rebound.
Without Carlo in there, the pace of Rapid City seems to slow a little bit. They don't quite have that pep in their step.
Neely Johnson called for her first foul. Will send Landry to the free throw line. Thury comes back in. And Landry will go up and try and make her second free throw, and she does. Off the make basket. They come out in a press. The Arrows do a nice job, get that across easily. And they're going to call travel on Addie Johnson. She took that extra step. She was going to go out to the top of the key, and she
changed
realized,
her mind mid.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, and Rapid City's doing a nice job of, they're in that 1-2-2 zone, but their guards on the top are coming out and pressuring our guards high. And that really limits their opportunities. They have to be more creative and do some penetration to soften that up a little bit.
So we're seeing Coach Rohde play a little offensive, defensive game here with Neely Johnson and Emery Thury. Emery Thury coming in for the offensive possession, and Neely Johnson for the defensive possession, it appears.
Say, Cam, I just found out today it's this guy's birthday in the green. You might know him.
Oh, Monty Thury, huh?
We got to give a shout out to Mr. Thury today. I don't know how old he is. I don't know if we want to say, but there he is. And
well, happy birthday to Monty Thury, the father of Emery Thury. Yes, happy birthday, Monty.
We'll say at least 35.
He'd be happy with that.
I think so.
So Emery Thury does come back in that offensive, defensive game that Coach Rohde is strategizing right now. 36 seconds remaining. Cobblers on top 24-19. Shots up by Kohlhoff, and she gets that one to go. 25-19. Carlo comes back in. Rapid City will come out in that full court press. The Arrows have done a nice job as of late in breaking this press. See if they can continue. To Hendricks. Hendricks left hand gets it across. And they are calling a blocking foul on 13, I believe, which is Malik Fallis.
Cobblers did have one foul to give. Next one we'll put, well, maybe they have two to give yet.
Shot clock is off. Carlo guarding Johnson. Now inside to Thury. Thury takes the shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Jones. Jones and Carlo running the court. And Thury's going to get the steal. 8 seconds remaining. And she's going to get fouled by Malik Fallis. And it's still going to be...
Should be ball out.
It is going to be out the sideline. And we're going to have a substitution with Emery Thury going out and Neely Johnson coming in. Hendricks to Addy. Not a good possession. Not what we're looking for there.
Not what we were looking for. Absolutely not. We're hoping to get at least a good look at the basket. That's probably not going to happen at the end of the half here, so go in the half down by 6 more than likely.
1.7 seconds remaining. Arrows have the ball right on their sideline. Going to go to Faulkner. They do get it into Faulkner. Faulkner needs to shoot. She gets a runner. No good. So at the halftime, we've got the Rapid City Cobblers up 25-19. We're going to take a short break, and then we've got some community news to talk about. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm JD Young, and I played for the Arrows from 2019 to 2023. I don't really have a specific favorite memory, but I'd have to say it would go from all the bus rides to making it to the state tournament, to all the relationships I created throughout my years, and building the culture. Arrow basketball is truly one of a kind. You're watching Arrow TV. Go Arrows!
I'm Jordan Remmers, and I'm a freshman. I'm Grace Corey, I'm a junior. Jordan, would you rather have a unibrow or no eyebrows at all? I'd rather have no eyebrows. Would you rather live in a mountain cabin with few people around, or a mansion full of people? A cabin with no people around. Movies, rom-coms or horror flicks? Rom-coms. Are you a Swiftie or not? Probably not. Cats or dogs? Dogs. On a trip, do you have to plan everything or just wing it? Plan everything. You have to give one up for a week, your phone or showering? My phone. Who's your celebrity crush? Zac Efron. A night out, a fancy restaurant, or pizza and a movie at home? Pizza and a movie at home. How do you feel about clowns? I don't like them.
Hi, I'm Tara Heiser King, and I played basketball for the Arrows from 2005 to 2009. Winning the state basketball championships in 2007 and 2009 are some of my greatest memories of being an Arrow. You are watching Arrow TV. Go Arrows!
I'm Kinsey Russell, I'm a sophomore. I'm Emma Hendricks, and I'm a junior. Okay. Would you rather have an extra toe or an extra finger? Extra toe. Would you rather have the ability to be invisible or to read people's minds? Read people's minds. On a trip, do you have to plan everything or just wing it? Just wing it. Okay, movies. Rom-coms or horror flicks? Probably horror. How do you feel about clowns? They're pretty scary. Okay, cats or dogs? Oh, definitely dogs. Okay. What's the biggest animal, or what's the best animal sound you can make? Oh gosh, probably a dog. Want to demonstrate? Ruff, ruff. Okay, you have to give up one per week. Your phone or showering? My phone. What are you really bad at? I don't know. Okay.
And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena, where the Rapid City Cobblers do lead the Watertown Arrows 25-19 at the half. But we've got some exciting community news to share, and we weren't able to share it last night on the Watertown Arrow TV girls game because, well, frankly, we didn't know about it.
We did not know.
So between the girls and boys games last night, it was announced that First Premier Bank has donated $500,000 to the Watertown Education Committee for, Allen Mitchell Field, the scoreboard over there. Quite a generous donation by First Premier Bank.
It is. That's a big number, and great to have them as partners in the community.
In addition to that, another donation was announced last night that Dana Dykhouse donated $50,000 of his own money to the Allen Mitchell Field scoreboard in honor of Verge Polak.
Nice.
So Verge Polak, if those of you watching and Watertown residents, longtime Watertown Arrow supporters know Verge Polak. He's a retired PE teacher and longtime football coach. And I bet Verge Polak and Dana Dykhouse were teammates at SDSU.
I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't doubt it a bit.
So really neat for our community. If you haven't been here, just north of the Watertown Civic Arena, Allen Mitchell Field's got a new turf, and it's really, we're excited. Hopefully that gets up and going and we can play on it in 25 for varsity action.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful field, state of the art. It'll be a great facility. It's by the high school. It just makes sense, and it's a great community asset to have for the high school.
The other, neat community news that we have to share with you is that registerednursing.org, they publish their top RN programs in South Dakota taking information from 2018 through 2022. And our own Lake Area Technical College was named the only 2-year RN college in the top 5 in South Dakota, and they rank second, only behind and very closely behind Augustana University in Sioux Falls. That so our Lake Area Tech nursing program, they ranked ahead of USD, SDSU, University of Sioux Falls, all of the other nursing programs. And the rankings that were considered were the NCLEX pass rates, tuition costs, program length, partnerships, and the number of cohorts run each year. So just a great shout out to Amber Schleichner of the Lake Area Technical College nursing program here in Watertown as well. Hey, if you haven't had an opportunity to look through our Arrow TV YouTube page, I recommend that you do. Ryan Remmers has been going back into the history books, and we've got some games published out there that you can go back and see some games way back to 1990. You can see the girls basketball district tournament, which shows, Carrie Hansen, Kim Moen, Sarah Poppin, Christy LaFramboise, all of those fantastic players in a game in 1990. And then, hey, we could take that a step further and show the 1992 boys basketball state tournament. All 3 games for the Arrows, and by the way, we won that state tournament for the boys. We had Jason Sutherland on that team who, many people would say he might be the best boys basketball player to come out of here, at least the most storied. I think,
right.
You talk about Jason Sutherland and you think of flying through the air and dunking.
Right.
I think he won maybe a national dunk contest too, if I remember right. Yeah, also on that team, we've got Brian Benson, who's still a Watertown resident, Tim Silliman, and, the Hall of Famer Brian Norberg, who's the all-time leader in wins as a coach here, Spirit of Sioux Award winner for the Watertown Arrows in 1995, actually, but he was on that 1992 state championship team. Also on Arrow TV, you can go back and look at the 1994 boys basketball state tournament first round game versus Aberdeen, which also, showcases Brian Norberg, Matty Kranz, who is a current JV coach, longtime coach for the Watertown Arrow boys team. and Justin Struckman also a part of that team as well. In 1997 boys basketball game, Watertown High School versus Mitchell. Do you know who played for the Mitchell Colonels at that time?
I would have to guess Skinny Miller.
Skinny Miller, Mike Miller. And he was also, played in that game. And you could go back and see all of those games. So, if you've got some time, you're a basketball fan, if you're an Arrow fan, go back and see some of those greats of the Watertown Arrows as well. We talk about, earlier you and I talked about how we've got the easy job. So let's give a shout out to those that really make us look good, and that is the crew behind the scenes. Our technical director today is Brandon Crom, a 9th grader at the Watertown High School. We are produced by Ryan Remmers. He's a 1992 Watertown High School graduate. Our video board today is Jonathan McCorkle, an 11th grader at the Watertown High School. And, normally he's the guy on the south end of the court doing our courtside cameras down there. And today he's up in our booth. We just got a view of Mason Mogg. He's one of our courtside cameras, and he's a 9th grader. Right now you're seeing on the screen, well, now we're seeing Mason Mogg. Jordan Mogg, a 7th grader. He was just seen just a moment ago as well, and he's a 7th grader at Watertown Middle School. On our main camera, he is the mainstay. He's just sitting to my left. He's a 2008 graduate, and he is Kyle Gall. Our replays run by Austin Thompson today, and he is a 2015 graduate for the Watertown High School. It's kind of an interesting thing. This is a program, Ryan Remmers, it's a lot of cops and kids as well. You and I come from the law enforcement profession. We've got Ryan Remmers, law enforcement profession, Brandon Johnson with us last night, law enforcement profession, and it's just a way to give back to the community, support Arrow Athletics, support our high school students and middle school students. And we talk about some of our former Arrow TV that were in our 2nd year, and after 1 year, we've got a couple of them down at SDSU working for ESPN3 now.
Right, and that is so awesome to see. And what these kids do here, it's incredible. And they make this job so much easier, and they do such a nice job of bringing this broadcast. And it's truly a pleasure to work with them.
It really is. We're very fortunate to have them. So we're back for the second half. Possession does start with the Rapid City Cobblers. And we're going to get a tie-up jump ball. Possession's going to go to the Watertown Arrows. Actually, they're calling a foul on number 2, which is Mariel Kohlhoff. That's going to be her 2nd foul of the day. Come out in the full court press. The Arrows do break that fairly easily. Addie Johnson drives in. She stopped, pushes it inside out to Miranda Faulkner. Miranda's going to reset this offense. Going to go into Thury. Thury sees a cutting Munger. Munger gets that to go. Avery Munger. She is on the board. She's had a nice job in a nice game in rebounds. That's her first points here tonight. Mariel Kohlhoff now to Carlo. They're kind of playing catch there in that right wing and that top of the key. Carlo going to look to the opposite side where Jones is at. Jones looks low, tries to go to 2. Kohlhoff shoots, no good, and Jade Lund's going to let that go out of bounds. The Arrows will take possession. So they've kept it close in that second period, which is good. I mean, we lost the second period, but now if we can play like we normally do, and we kept it close in this third and fourth period, we've got an opportunity to win this game.
Absolutely correct. We lost it, but we didn't. We lost the quarter, but we didn't lose the game in that second quarter. So, it's turnovers are killing both teams. Yeah. We're on pace for 30 turnovers for each team, and that's just unacceptable at any level.
And that's why we have 2 teams that are 2-6, or one that's 2-6, one's 2-7.
So they were able to keep it close and give themselves an opportunity, maintain this close game, and be in it at the end.
Shots up, rebound is fought for and won by Landry. She takes it away from Madison Grimsrud. Carlo on the drive. She goes up, no good. Emery Thury gets that rebound. She's going to get it out to Addie Johnston. Johnston's going to push it up the court. It's a one-on-one opportunity. She goes in, and Miranda Falconer wins that one-on-one.
Really nice body control by Miranda going in for that layup.
25-23.
Contested layup.
Yes. So the Arrows now come out in a zone defense. They're going to give it to Carlo. Carlo shoots. She drains that.
We've been letting her have that, and maybe it's the time in the game where we don't. It's time to
take that away.
Take that away. She's going to keep making those shots.
That's 10 points for Carlo. She averages 7.9 points per game, so she's feeling the hot hand tonight as well. Jade Lund now one-on-one. She goes in with the right hand. Good defensive battle, and we're going to call a travel. A travel is called on Lolo Carlo. The Arrows are going to inbound this underneath their own basket. Addie Johnson will be the inbounder. Jade Lund with the shot, no good. And tipped out by Emery Thury. I didn't see the shot clock, where we were at in shot clock. I thought that was kind of a quick.
Right, it was, and I did not either, but it was pretty quick.
The Arrows playing a full court press. Carlo's going to get that across that 10-second line. She's double teamed. She's in trouble. Jade Lund picks off that pass, gets it off to Addie Johnston. Addie's got somebody behind her. They've got numbers, 5-on-4. Now Landry gets back to make it a 5-on-5 game. Jade Lund looks low to Thury. Thury dishes it out to Falconer. Falconer's got the shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Landry. Landry's going to push this up. They've got numbers as well. She goes 1 for 1. Leah Jones in for the layup. Tries to go through a double team. Steal by Rapid City, and Jones goes in, and she's going to get fouled by Falconer. That'll send Jones to the free throw line. Jones is a 72.7% free throw shooter, so she shoots fairly well from the charity stripe.
Arrow's a little bit rattled on the full court press by the Cobblers here the last couple possessions.
And I don't understand why, because they were doing a nice job breaking that. That was not the Achilles heel. But right now, they're struggling.
They are struggling. And it's showing in the scoreboard as well. It just always does. And Arrows need to figure that one out.
They had it down to 2, and now they're down by 9. Falconer gets across that center stripe to Johnston. Johnston looks in to Thury. Falconer stuck. And she gets stolen. Nice anticipation by Kohlhoff, and Kohlhoff is going to... And we've got Kohlhoff went in after that layup into the bleachers, and we just hope she's okay. Trainer's right out there talking to her. She's gonna, looks like she's okay. She's talking to the trainer, and she's gonna be okay. So that looked like it hurt.
She came in hard right on her side, on her hip, and yes, those are unforgiving bleachers.
So Kohlhoff is going to go to the free throw line. The refs are talking about something. I'm not sure what they're talking about. If they're
might just be giving her a little extra time to gather herself a little bit before she tries the free throw.
Long conversation down there between Coach Taya Heiller and the official. And that's what they're talking about. They want her to be evaluated just a little bit further, it appears. And that's what they're going to do. So the officials are going to have her take a rest, maybe take a little bit longer to evaluate her, and in her place.
For the Cobblers, Neil Johnson checks in for Watertown.
going to be Elise Napola. She's going to be shooting, and she gets the first one to go. Elise Napola gets the first one to go of this 2 shots. Second one's up, and no good. Rebound by Neely Johnson to Jade Lund. Jade's going to give it back to Addie Johnston. So now a 10-point deficit for the Arrows. Not where they want to be at this stage of the game, but it's still close enough to come back on this. Neely Johnson shoots, and no good. Rebound to Rapid City.
You know, stop the turnovers, a couple good defensive stops, a couple threes, right back in the game that quick. So a lot of game left.
Neely Johnson's going to call for the reach-in foul on Valik Fallis. Mariel Kohlhoff comes back in, and Aaliyah Jones will take a break. Fallis tracks that down. Arrows need a stop. Come out in a, looks like man-to-man defense. Carlo Faulkner face off again. Carlo dribbles in the lane, dishes off, down low to 13. And Landry comes up with the rebound, goes up, and she is going to be fouled, so she's going to go to the line, try and tack on a couple more.
Leah Landry shooting for the Cobblers.
The Arrows started out pretty well in that 3-point range shooting, but since that time it's kind of turned a little bit against the Arrows and more toward the Cobblers. It's Cobblers 5 for 11, 45%. Watertown 3 for 12 for 25%. So after those couple early by Jade, Watertown has not had success from 3-point line.
Last foul was called on Addie Johnston. That was her second. Landry shots up, and that was going to get the friendly roll. Avery Munger going to inbound this on a full court press of the Cobblers. And the Arrows break that. Going to give it to Faulkner. Faulkner's going to try and set this up over to Johnson on that right wing. Now to Thury. Thury being defended against a 1-2-2 zone, which we've seen a lot of tonight. And as we expected, Tyke Miller's going to try and make the guards of the Arrows beat them. And so far, they haven't been able to do that. Addie Johnston shoots and is blocked by the freshman of Leah Landry.
Arrows were doing a nice job early of getting down low, getting Munger some nice looks down low, but that kind of hasn't been happening this quarter. And they're pressing our guards on the wing and not letting us have those threes, or at least their contested threes.
And shot clock violation, so a turnover for the Arrows. Good defense in that zone defense by the Cobblers to turn them over. Now the Cobblers up by 12. 2:49 remaining in this third period. In the corner to Tracelyn Strand, now to Landry. Landry stepped out, it looked like, and that is the call.
Thought she maybe gave a little hop before she started to dribble. That maybe could have gotten called, but we're a lot farther away than they are.
We are kind of in the rafters.
We kind of are.
Munger inbounds to Johnson. Johnson to Johnston. Now back to Neely Johnson. Neely to Munger at the right wing. Munger gets it back to the top of the key of Johnson. Johnson's going to look to set this up. Munger with the drive, and she one dribble and stop. Now kicks it out to Neely Johnson. Neely Johnson's got the three. Oh, they're calling that a two. Must have had a foot on the line.
Half a foot.
All right. So a deep two for Neely Johnson. That's her first 2 points of the day. Steal by the Arrows. Emery Thury one-on-one. She goes in, and they're calling an offensive foul on Emery Thury. Let's see if we've got the replay on that one. I thought maybe there was a little bit of a lean. And not sure if we got the replay on that one.
So while we have a break here, Cam, can you answer this question? As I've been coming to Arrow games for 25 years, it is quite common for the other team, the opposing team, to outshoot the Arrows in field goal percentage. And it's happening again tonight, 40% to 30%. It is, other teams must find the confines of the Civic Arena quite friendly.
Yeah, I can't answer that. I don't know.
But it's very common.
Right.
Very, very common.
Yeah, I don't know what the reasoning for that would be.
But it's all the time. Now, I don't have the stats on all the time, but.
All right, we've got a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Carlo gets across that center line.
Came in a little fast, a little out of control, ended up stepping out of bounds. Turnover back to the Arrows.
Avery Mungerl inbound. The Arrows down by 10. A minute 36 seconds remaining. And we've got a jump ball, so Lolo Carlo and Miranda Falconer tie up for the jump ball. It looks like possession will remain to the Arrows. Madison Grimsrud comes back in. Arrows down by 10. And timeout by the Watertown Arrows head coach, Chad Rohde. We're going to take a timeout as well.
Automotive Group, where we're here to help you find the best deal in town. We have the largest truck inventory in Northeast South Dakota and the best selection of cars and SUVs too. You'll get the best price the first time and the best selection. So stop in today at Sharp Automotive Group.
And a special shout out to our sponsors here on Aero TV, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. And Sharp Chevrolet. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union's been with us for all season. And Sharp Chevrolet recently joining us as a sponsor. And we appreciate all that they do and to be able to support Watertown high school activities, as well as our students behind the scenes. So thank you very much to our sponsors. You know, another thing that we've got going on here at the Watertown Civic Arena is the Speech Fiesta. Ryan Remmers had some interviews with some of those debaters yesterday, and again with Scott Walker, the debate coach, and just does a fantastic job with that program. In fact, I haven't had an opportunity to talk to Ryan Remmers today, but I understand that he was a judge for the public forum. If you've never done that, Lynn, I strongly recommend you do that. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I have not done that. Now, I know they were calling for judges as well. They're looking for help any way they can get it in that regard. So, you know, maybe it's something to expand the horizon a little bit.
5'7" senior guard Tracelyn Strand gets the first one to go. Second one, no good. Madison Grimsrud comes down with that rebound. Gets it off to Jade Lund. Not a good pass, and Jones going in for the left-hand layup, and she's got it to go. Cobblers up 38-25 to Johnson. Johnson, she's now double-teamed, and she is stripped of the ball. Steal by the Cobblers, and they feed a streaking Carlo down the lane for 2.
Coach Rhodey not choosing to take a timeout here. It looked like he's going to do just a wholesale substitution for the end of the quarter.
Have not seen this all year. Madison Grimsrud with the rebound, gives it over to Johnston. Johnston to Lund. And shots up and good.
Well, if we ever needed a spark to end the quarter on a good note after a bad quarter, that was maybe.
So do you get a little spark when you see 5 players coming in? And we haven't seen Coach Rhodey do that all season. I'm betting he's frustrated.
I'm guessing very frustrated. With those last couple possessions, it was not pretty.
And we see Miranda Faulkner there on the replay. So good job by our camera crew to get that replay. At the beginning of the 4th quarter, we've got 8 minutes left. Cobblers up 40-28. We'll be back. And with 8 minutes remaining, we're going to start this 4th quarter, and Coach Rhodey is bringing in Emma Hendricks. Molly Hendricks for the first time today. We're going to see freshman Andy Olson, Jordan Remmers, and sophomore Kinsey Russell in for the Arrows. So a full substitution.
A full change in the lineup that's on the floor. Maybe we'll see with these girls. Give them a chance and see if they can work on that press a little more effectively.
Carlo guarded by Olson. Gets it down low to 13. Misses, and rebound by Emma Hendricks. Emma, the left-hander, she gets it across that 10-second line to her twin sister, Molly. Molly sees the court down to Jordan Remmers. Jordan Remmers for the shot, and she's fouled. So a little spark plug here by this new 5.
A little spark plug and, fresh legs, and you never know.
So Jordan Remmers goes to the free throw line. And she's got 3 in the books. Arrows are going to come out. It's like a full court press. And they do break it to Landry. Molly Hendricks gets back and stops Landry from that drive. Makes her go down the middle, and Landry does a nice job in weaving her way in for 2 points. And steal by the Cobblers to Carlo. Carlo misses that. Andy Olson gets the rebound. Behind the back pass by Jones. Rebound to Andy Olson. She's got her dribble. She can dribble out of that. They just need to relax a little bit.
Getting a little rattled. You're exactly right, Cam. They just need to relax, slow down, let the game come to them.
Emma Hendricks going to inbound this, and she does to Andy Olson. Andy with the right-hand dribble. She's going to try to get it across the 10-second line. No good, and Coach Rhodey is now going to make a full 5-person substitution. Do you think he made his point?
Well, if he didn't, he tried. If he didn't, it's on the girls.
Fair enough. Miranda Faulkner gets that into Addie Johnston. Thury. She's got her dribble. Now to Faulkner. Faulkner with the shot. She's got it. Miranda Faulkner. She's back-to-back 3-pointers for Miranda Faulkner.
And that lead down to 8 all of a sudden.
So if we see some energy out of these Arrows, they absolutely can win this game.
They could. And, they were at the end of that 3rd quarter, there was no energy. And that was the frustration out of Coach Rhodey. It was gone, and you see a little bit of a spark again.
So the foul there by Addie Johnston. Carlo will inbound this underneath the basket. She does to Kohlhoff. Kohlhoff is guarded by Johnston. Johnston doing a nice job creating some havoc for her. Gets it off to Fallis. Fallis now over to number 11. Number 11 shoots. That is Jones. She misses. Addie Johnston comes down with the rebound. Fallis tried to tie her up, and they're going to call a foul on Fallis. So we're seeing some aggression and some energy out of these Arrow players, which is absolutely necessary to get back in this game and win it. They are still within the ability to win it. 30 turnover, though, not what we're looking for. And they get lucky, the Arrows do, in that transition in the travel. Travel is called on Aaliyah Jones.
Certainly, if we stand around, the Arrows stand around on defense and let the Cobblers do what they want, that just won't work. But when you see that aggressiveness on the defensive side, certainly transitions into stops and made baskets on the other end.
So tipped out of bounds by the Cobblers. Cobblers up 42-34. Arrows within 8 striking distance. They don't have to hurry. They can still remain, well, they need to remain calm and composed, which has not been their strong suit here in the second half, which surprised me a little bit. Nice job into Munger. Munger stuffed from behind by Landry, and we've got a tie-up now between 3 girls, and they're going to call a jump ball. So good vision to get it down to Munger. Munger just was blocked from behind.
Would have liked to seen that pass a half a second faster. The recognition was there. It was just Munger came in and she was open a little bit quicker. It might have had a bucket out of that one.
Jade Lund with the shot, no good. So Jade started off the game hot, and she has really cooled off since that first period.
She has.
The Arrows are going to come out in a full court press. They get it to Kohlhoff, now back. And they feed Landry, who's running the court. No foul call on Johnston. Johnston going down, and they're going to call Johnston stepping on the sideline. Ty Heiller was calling and asking for a foul. Did not get it. No foul call there. Possession to the Arrows. So right now the refs are letting these girls play. Jade Lund wide open in the corner, no good. And that's going to be off Avery Munger, but good shot selection. She's open, She needs to take that.
That's a good look, and yes, absolutely has to take that shot, and hope she takes it again when it's open next time.
So the Arrows take a timeout. We are down by 8. We're going to come back. We got 4 minutes, 50 seconds for the Arrows to make a comeback here.
Hi, my name is Jamie Berry Adams, and I played basketball for the Arrows from 1993 to 1996. I was on the state championship basketball team in 1993. You are watching Arrow TV. Good luck, Arrows.
Hi, I'm Annie Cummings, and I played for the Arrows from 2015 to 2019. My favorite memory was when Matea Walder hit a near full court shot. You're watching Arrow TV.
And thanks to Annie Cummings, a Watertown High School graduate, for joining us here on Arrow TV. She was a fine player for the Watertown Arrows and went on and played some collegiate ball, I believe, down in Iowa. So thank you to Annie Cummings for joining us here as well. We also saw Tara Heiser King earlier. Yes. I think that was during halftime, but when we talk about top 3 players, she is absolutely in the conversation. She, I think, just like Taya, played starting in their 8th grade year all the way through, and Tara played at SDSU.
Correct. And absolutely top 3, 2 great female athletes coming out of Watertown.
And both state champions for the Arrows, in for the Arrow Girls program. Of course, Taya was a WNIT champion, and then Tara played in the big dance at, in the round of 64, 32, I think they even got to. Faulkner with the rebound. Plenty of time for the Arrows to come back. Faulkner goes right down the lane. She drives. No good. Rebound by Landry. Now the Cobblers have numbers, and that's a travel. She saw it, and Thury covered up who she wanted to go to, and Landry saw it, tried to take back her pass, but she had her momentum going, and turnover. What is the turnovers right now?
Do we really want to announce that on the air?
Well,
okay.
We're fact-based.
We are fact-based. How about 25 for the Arrows and 22 for the Cobblers?
So nice drive for Emery Thury down the lane. So both teams can't be happy with their turnovers.
Absolutely not. Nobody, when you're plus 20 plus, you don't really expect to win a game. Well, when they're both over that range, then I guess it's anybody's game.
So last night, the Cobblers put up 78 points against Brookings in a 78-67 game. So the Arrows doing, a good job, I would say, in reducing their numbers, keeping them down within striking. It's hard to win a game when you give up 78 points.
You would think your over/under on that line absolutely have to be under that if you're expecting to win.
Jordan Remmers comes back into the game for Addie Johnston. Nice step through. Good composure, nice step through for Aaliyah Jones. Cobblers up 44-36. Coach Rohde wants Emery Thury to inbound, not Avery Munger. Thury looking, gets it to Faulkner. Faulkner now to the middle where Thury's at. Thury gets across that 10-second line. She drives in and gives the jumper. She's got it.
That mid-range jumper for Emery has been there all night. She hasn't converted most of them, but if you're going to make one, now's a nice time to have one.
Emery tried for the steal, didn't get it. Avery Munger, nice rebound. She can go to Remmers, does get it outletted to Remmers. Remmers brings it down. Remmers slows this down, gets into an offense. Now we've got the mid-range, just too short there. Steal by Remmers. Over to Thury. Faulkner's going to slow this down, try and get the offense. They're down by 6. So a 2-possession game. Faulkner shoots, no good. Rebound by Munger. Munger goes back up. She is fouled as she goes back up. So Avery Munger still fighting strong down low.
Battling in there, and that's a nice offensive board. The Arrows have clawed back into this game a little bit, and it's because they've been making some shots. Obviously, that coincides field goal percentage 39 to 35%, so we're closing that gap a little bit.
So we have 2 minutes, 31 seconds left of this game. Both teams are going to talk about it right now, but I do want to share to all our listeners, this is, the first of a doubleheader. So right after our game, we've got the Arrow boys and the Rapid City Central boys facing off. So we're not going to have a long post game tonight. We're going to, just recap quickly, and then we're going to go to the Cobblers and the Arrow game boys, and that is with Sam Mooney. And I'm not sure who Sam's got with him tonight, but Sam will be. It looks like Brian Norberg, the Hall of Famer, might be joining Sam Mooney again tonight. So please join with us. What will happen is we will do a quick post game. We'll shut down here on our Arrow TV channel, and we're going to start right back up on the boys Arrow TV channel. So just stay with us. If you haven't subscribe to Arrow TV on our YouTube. You can see all of these historical games, back in from 1990, 1992, 94, 97. You can see Mike Miller, Jason Sutherland, Brian Norberg playing in some of these past games. Subscribe and you won't miss anything. And Like I said, we talk wrestling. We have wrestling, gymnastics, volleyball, girls, boys, basketball. And we even have Arrow Game Day program as well as Arrow Time program. So join with us. Avery Munger does not get the front end of this two.
Would have been nice to have a hometown roll on that one.
Thought she was going to get it.
I did too.
Second one's up, no good. We need those down the stretch to win this game. Jones is going to be content to slow this down as their team is up by 6. Landry in the lane. She's double teamed, does get it out, kicks it out. And Kohlhoff drains the 3.
Arrows kind of packed the middle, didn't let up, didn't let that inside easy shot hurt them, but the 3 ended up hurting them.
3 outlets to Jade Lund. Jade Lund shoots. She's got it. Jade Lund matches the 3 of Kohlhoff. Keeps this a 6-point game, 2-possession game. That was needed. 1:53 remaining. If you are, what is each team talking about right now? Are you content being only up 6 to slow this down a little bit, or do you want to keep attacking?
I think you're going to want to bleed the clock a little bit, but you have to attack. 6 points is not enough to win this game. Another 3 and a 2, and we're right back in it. So yes, absolutely bleed some clock, but you have to be aggressive in that same tone and still attack. And if you have an open look, take it. Try to work it inside. If it's not there, take that open 3.
So Coach Heiller talking with her team right now. And then, the Arrows, do they come out in full court? Are they trying to get a steal? Or there's 1:53, exactly, which is still an eternity.
It's a lot of time. Watertown is down, I think, 1 timeout left. Cobblers have 2, so not a lot of opportunities to stop and talk about things. So Arrows definitely need to be aggressive. And you know what? Take a chance. Go for a steal. Some little things like that can make a big difference.
The Arrows do come out with Thury and Falconer, Remmers, Jade Lund, and Avery Munger. Rapid City is going to bring out with Jones and Carlo and Fallis, Landry, and Napola. Oh, correct. Actually, that's Kohlhoff, not Napola. From up here, it looked like a 5, not a 2. So the Arrows are trying to get that steal and put a lot of pressure on the Cobblers. Cobblers doing a nice job. Ball movement. Now they settle in. Landry drives. She goes down baseline, kicks it out, and timeout by Rapid City Central. There's 6 seconds left on the shot clock. And they will get the ball probably on the sideline in front of most of the Arrow crowd. Our leaders right now for Rapid City is Lolo Carlo. She's got 12 points. And Aaliyah Jones has 13 points. But right behind them with 8 points apiece is Valik Fallis and Leah Landry. So they've got some scorers on the court. They've got their ball handlers on the court. The Arrows, they are going to look to their leaders, which is Miranda Falconer. She's got 12 points tonight. 24, Jade Lund with 11 points. Emery Thury with 7. And then rounded out with Remmers with 3. And Avery Munger down low with 2. Both Johnston and Thury and Munger have 4 fouls apiece. Shots up, and shot clock violation did not hit the rim, so turnover for the Arrows.
Exactly what they needed. Now they took the full shot clock, but that's okay. They got to stop. Kept that deficit at 6 points. Come down and have a good offensive possession. Cut this game a little closer.
Lund to Thury. Remmers shoots. She's got it. Cold-blooded. Jordan Remmers got it down to 3. 44-47. The Arrows putting pressure. Thury looking to steal.
No need to foul.
She's got 4 fouls. She does not want to foul. And
Could have been a
Faulkner
5-second
comes up
call.
and does foul Carlo. The Arrows have 2 more fouls to give, it appears.
A lot of the Arrow fans were calling for a 5-second
Oh,
violation.
no, they do
before
not
that.
have. So this is going to send, they've got 5 fouls. The Cobblers have 2 more to give.
Yes.
The Arrows now sending Lolo Carlo, an 80% free throw shooter, to the line. She is the Cobblers' best free throw shooter, and maybe I just gave her the broadcaster jinx. She misses the first of that 2, keeping this to a 3-point game. Shots up, and she gets the second one of that 2. Timeout by Rapid City Central.
It should be their last one of the game.
48.9 seconds remaining. There are no timeouts remaining for Rapid City. 1 timeout remaining for the Arrows. Every foul now that the Arrows commit, the Cobblers are going to go to the free throw line. But Cobblers have 2 fouls to give, so they can still allow them to come in, and if they wanted to strategically foul to take a little bit more time off, we'll see what Coach Heiller comes up with.
There is no harm for the Cobblers in being extremely aggressive and really pressuring that ball. Like I said, they have a foul to give. Be aggressive, go for the turnover. If they foul, that's okay, and see if they can then get the Arrows into a turnover.
Arrows come out in. Thury's going to inbound. She's going to get it to Faulkner. Faulkner gets on the left side of the court. She gets it across, guarded by Carlo. She drives the lane, gives a nice dish off to Munger, and Munger misses that shot. And they're going to say she was fouled. That is a foul called on Marielle Kohlhoff. Let's see that replay. And she was fouled. We can see that right on the replay. Nice job by Mason Mogg down there on our courtside camera. And that just backs up the referee's call right there.
Right.
First one's up and good for Avery Munger. 3-point game, trying to make this into a 2-point game. She gets the second one, so nice job for Avery Munger. Now Coach Rohde's calling a timeout. This will be his last timeout. If we look at our stats, the Central and the Arrows, 37% in field goals, 41% for Central. 3-point shooting, 37% for the Arrows, 46% for Rapid City Central. And at the 3 free throws, which is important right now, the Arrows are shooting 58% on 7 for 12, and the Cobblers at 67%, 12 for 18. And there, that bottom stat of 25 turnovers to 23 turnovers is just
glaring.
Yeah, glaring.
Rebounds have been fairly consistent, fairly even. 28 for Rapid City, 23 for Watertown. Now, offensive board has not hurt the Arrows tonight like it has in previous games. So even though they, Cobblers have got some offensive rebounds, they haven't necessarily put those back for points. So that's been a little bit of a positive, but clearly the Achilles here tonight is turnovers. Watertown needs to come out of this and really put on pressure defense. And, if they foul and they send them to line for 2, there's probably not what you want to happen just right away, but go for that defense first. And they're going to get the ball back even if Rapid City runs out that shot clock.
So the Arrows come back with Thury, Remmers, Faulkner, Jade Lund, and Avery Munger. Cobblers do get that inbounded. They feed 13. 13 goes up, misses that. Avery Munger gets the rebound. Plenty of time, don't need to hurry. She misses the layup, does Emery Thury. Down by 2, and foul now by Jordan Remmers. Coach Rohde's asking for a foul on Thury, and they're not going to get it.
Looked like a pretty good block from behind.
So this will send Aaliyah Jones to the free throw line, the 5'8 senior. Aaliyah Jones has got 13 points. First one's up and no good. Aaliyah Jones, a 72.7% free throw shooter, misses the first one. This is going to keep this at a 1% or one shot game, one possession game. Misses both of them. 21 seconds remaining. Plenty of time. We don't need to hurry. Remmers down in the corner. Gives it over to Lund. And there's going to be a foul called on Leah Landry. So Jade Lund. And they still have that foul to give, so that's not a bad foul. Went after the steal. Oh, actually, that is their fifth one. So that will send Jade Lund to the free throw line.
And I think Jade Lund, as a youngster, was a Knights of Columbus type free throw champion.
This might be her first free throws of the entire season. And she misses the first one. .14 seconds remaining. Second one's up and misses the second one. Rebound by Thury. Thury looking, she shoots. No good, no foul called. Rebound, and they're letting them play. It's a scramble. What are they calling? Out of bounds, right in the line. They're going to give this possession with 4 seconds remaining to the Watertown Arrows. There are no timeouts remaining. Arrows have had plenty of chances here.
They've had a lot of chances and nice looks.
So Miranda Faulkner is going to inbound. Remmers, Munger, Thury, Lund. 4 seconds remaining. She gets it into Avery Munger. And steal by the Cobblers. They're calling a timeout. They're going to put some time back on the clock, but it's not going to be much time. And the Arrows are coming off the court, but
they are calling a foul with a little bit of time remaining.
So number 11 is going to go back on. They're putting 1 second back on the court. The Arrows need to... So conversation. Yeah, Arrows need to put 5 back on the court. And Coach Rohde's upset about something. I can't hear what he's saying. I'm not sure what's going on here.
No, this is a very interesting and confusing situation.
So the referees come together. They're having a discussion. One second has been put back on the board. They called a foul on Emery Thury, which is her fifth, so she would need to come out. They'd have to bring in a sub. And that's what's happening right now. Okay, so now Neely Johnson comes back in. So that first shot should not have counted because the referee shouldn't have allowed it to shoot, is my understanding.
Correct.
Okay. So, yes, they're going to put her back at the free throw line, and that's going to be Aaliyah Jones to shoot. 1 second remaining, and she's going to get 2 shots.
Looks like we're ready for basketball again.
First one's up, and no good.
Gives the Arrows a chance.
So they will need to, they called a lane violation on Miranda Faulkner. Going to give 2 more shots to Aaliyah Jones. First one's up, and she gets that one to go. So now the Arrows up by 3. Or Arrows down by 3, Cobblers up by 3. Leah Jones will look to seal this one away with her second shot, and she gets it. Now up by 4, Remmers will just try and get this in. The only thing is, if they get fouled on the heave. And so now the Cobblers will, because that was thrown out of bounds, the Cobblers will inbound under their own basket, and all they have to do is get it in.
And that will seal the deal for this game.
And they get it in. 1 second. Runs off the board, and the Cobblers defeat the Watertown Arrows 50-46. We're going to do a quick post game. Lynn, if you want to give us the top 3 scores for each team, and then we're going to bid farewell from here and transition over to Sam Mooney and Brian Norberg.
All right, that sounds good. For the Cobblers, winning Cobblers, their top scorer was Aaliyah Jones. And let's see here. Let me get over to the right.
Aaliyah Jones was up there.
Yeah, she had Aaliyah Jones with 15. Lolo Carlo had 13. And then we had Balik Fayos and Leah Landry both with 8. So that was your leaders for the Cobblers. And for the Arrows, we're led by Miranda Falconer with 12, Jade Lund with 11. We had Jordan Rimmers with 6, Emery Thury with 7. Rounded out your leaders for the Arrows.
All right, congratulations to the Rapid City Cobblers and Taya Heiller. And we're going to see you next time on Arrow TV with the Watertown girls basketball team. We're going to transition over now to Brian Norberg and Sam Mooney. Good afternoon.